Kalimera, Petra, bonjour, hello. I'm so glad to really be at the beginning of your festival with the sun coming from Greece. I can feel it from here. Thanks so much for accepting this interview. Yeah, it's so nice to have a casual chat about each other. How are you today?
Bonjour, Jenna, Kalimera. I'm very honored and glad I'm here with you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for accepting this invitation. I'm so excited because we are right in the middle of your festival, right? I mean, one of the festivals you run, and you're also a filmmaker. So I'd love to hear about all this, and you're doing so much even in these transitional times, right? And thanks so much to Nancy also, who runs the Franklin International Independent Film Festival and who did this introduction between Petra and I. It's really, thank you, Nancy. It's really, really, thanks, Nan. It's
yes.
Very nice of you and very smart.
Thank you, Nancy. Yeah. And I see, Jenna, that you were part of the Franklin International Film Festival this year. I watched a panel you had.
Thanks so much for watching. It was a beautiful,
yes.
I loved the panels. Did you enjoy them?
I enjoy very much. And you know something, last year, I was participating in the festival and I issued also the flight tickets and everything. And the last minute, I broke my wrist, so I couldn't go. And last year, we didn't think to do a virtual meeting. So because I was participating in panels, but so I missed at all the flair of Franklin Independent Film Festival. But I'm glad that you had that. And Nancy brought us together. So
that is wonderful. It's great that it's still happening through virtual world, right? Because she's in Tennessee and you're in Greece and I'm in Paris, and we can still make this happen through technology. So that's really wonderful. And congratulations for your film screening at Franklin last year. That must have been really exciting.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to. And the selection at Franklin is great.
Yes.
And we I think all of us, we are working on films of purpose.
Yes.
We focus on what the genre we are selecting. Personally, we focus on human rights, women empowerment, social climate change. Yeah.
Social justice. I so appreciate that. And you even received an award at Cannes last year for your film about social justice, didn't you? That's impressive.
It is impressive and very honored. I just finished this film, it is about a woman in politics in Cyprus. The title is "She Should Run." And yeah, I got a merit spotlight on women from the World Peace Initiative at Cannes Film Festival.
Congratulations. Yeah. I love Cannes so much. And this is a brilliant achievement. And honestly, like, yes, obviously with Nan, the three of us, we love films, as you say, with purpose that are meaningful. And it feels really good to see someone like you receive such a award because you really deserve it. You know, you do the film, like you champion the films that need to be out there, that need to be recognized. So I think it's really, really good to hear. I'm really glad. And congratulations again. And congratulations film. Thank you for submitting it at Paris Festival. It's amazing. I love it. I know the jury.
Thank you. Oh, you had already the chance to have a look at the film?
Yes, of course. You know, I look at every single submission that we receive. We receive a lot, and really they're amazing films from 5 continents. And again, filmmakers show how resilient they are because even in these transitional times, like, we've received the most amazing films, and congratulations on yours because it's really, really beautiful. And I think female empowerment, especially, you know, in Europe, in this region of the world, it's really important, literally everywhere. I just love how you put it together, and it's a documentary, right? So how you really enhanced on that, and like really the process, like the history, the realities and the challenges they go through. And I think it's so important. So, and it's never been made before. I've never seen a film like exactly on this topic in this region.
You know, I was inspired from a movement in the United States 2 years ago about She Should Run. So they create incubators for women that would like to be involved more in the community. And I had to do this film as my thesis for my master. And I say, well, let's see how women politicians in Cyprus behave, what is the history, the background, because Cyprus is in a very I don't know, maybe you know from the history in 74, the
Yes.
island was divided through the Turkish occupation. And it's recent history. So people had to move on, to leave their houses, to be immigrants in their own country. So they left from the north and they went to south. So these experiences, this is the common experience that these ladies remember, or they listen from their families, because they are some the minister of the deputy minister of maritime is very young, so she was not born that period. And it's very interesting what they say and how they feel. I mean, the different generations. But their common concern is peace. So, and the woman of the head of gender equality in Cyprus says something very wise, that a man ruled the world all these years, and we are here. So why not to change the model now, to men and women to be together in decisions as in a family. So maybe the
Yes.
government will be more successful. Every government, every community, to have men and women together. Oh, okay, so this is a message I want to say, to tell.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Only together we can really, I think also the atmosphere to
Yeah,
work or to live is so much more healthy, whether it's in the political world or just the film world or any world really, when we are together, like it's not too many men or not too many women, you know, we're just in this together and it's more healthy and everyone contributes and there's respect. Because at the end of the day, there are 51% women, right? Like we are in this world together, so we should be equally represented.
yeah, yeah,
I would love to.
yeah. And you know, Jenna, from my experience as a volunteer, I see now, I realize that women are in these organizations. They volunteer, more women volunteer. Maybe men are at the heads. They have the top positions, but women are the workers. So
Yes.
so maybe we have to
Yes.
think about that. And yes, the situation changes now. The vice president in United States is a woman. So it's the first woman who enters the White House, and she's not the
Yes.
wife of the president.
Yes. First
So
time.
let's see.
Yeah, let's see. It's a great message to share with the world, obviously. And I would love to know, like, because this film is so it's so incredible because I had never heard of these stories before and I wanted to know. So when I read the synopsis, you know, I heard about your film from you and thanks to Nan, I was really happy because I was like, yes, I've never heard enough about this. So I'm really looking forward to hearing about it. And I would like to know behind the scenes. Can you share with our listeners who, like, what made you want to do this as a filmmaker, you know, like from your personal point of view? How did it feel to film the film or to find the financing? Did you feel helped? Did you feel supported? How did that happen?
Because as I told you before, I've been a volunteer
Mm,
more than 20 years now.
that's
So
interesting.
I like to focus on a purpose first. Also at the festival, the same, it
Yes.
happens. I'm not waiting to have grants in order to start the festival organization. We ran the festival for 15 years in Cyprus and for 11 years in
Oh,
Greece
it's
on
so good.
volunteer basis, first of all. But of course, it is professional organized and professional people work, and somehow they have to be paid. Okay,
We have to
they
eat.
offer, people offer offer for 4, 5, 8 years, 10 years. So yeah, but now everybody's paid, apart me, apart from me. So yeah. But in
That's
any case,
generous of
so
you.
first of all, I focus what is my goal. So I'm goal oriented, and I start working, and all the things, all the small parts come together as a puzzle, and it happens. If we focus, we visualize our goal, it will happen, no matter what. The
Yes.
universe brings all the necessary parts and elements, and we gain more experience. We have more connections, and we learn the way how to do things, how to make a proposal, um, asking for funding. So it becomes easier. This is my experience, that it come to get funding is easier and easier.
Learning the
Maybe it
experience.
sounds strange, but this is the result. 15 years running a festival with no money at the beginning of the year.
That's seriously brilliant, and like I love that you did this film, and I love that a bit like me. You're a filmmaker and you do films about change, and you also run the festivals and support the festival for so many years and generously, like with your time and your heart and maybe your tears sometimes, like making those films heard, giving them a voice. And by the way, I love Greek cinema. I've been to Greece twice, and I think it's also such a beautiful country where to film. I would love to film there one day. I love the light, and just people are so friendly, and so like it's sometimes I feel it's a little bit like France. They so much respect art, like I don't know if it's linked to like the culture and how theater played a huge role in Greece. And like I think there's just an atmosphere that is really, really inspiring for a creator. And I'm excited. I know there are also really good tax rebates in Greece, and I just think this is absolutely inspiring.
Exactly, yeah. Filming in Greece comes even easier now because there are these tax incentives, and yeah, the light is always welcomed for outdoor filming. Yeah, free light. Yeah, yes, and we are in Europe, it's easy to do collaboration, co-productions, European co-productions.
Yes.
There are these programs of media and Creative Europe, so it is easy. And this tax rebate is a real thing. It's a real thing, and
Yes.
it
It's
happens
really good.
very quickly. Yeah. So let's work on that
I
for
would
your
love that.
future project.
I would love that. My debut period drama, which Nan has been very, very kind to invite for her festival next year. And thanks so much again, Nan. We keep speaking about her, but she's really amazing. And I love poor ladies like you who bring change. And because I make films about artists struggling with acceptance of their roles in the world. And so the Golden Age is a tribute to artists who bring change, or at least try. And it's set in 60s Saint-Tropez. And this is what I love about Greece, is like just like in Saint-Tropez, there's such a great light, and Greece isn't that far from Saint-Tropez. Like it's almost closer to Paris. It's like it's really interesting. And I really appreciate power ladies like you who really work on change, whether it's in front of a camera or behind camera, like far from a camera, sometimes just in the industry. Because, well, we've been enduring, especially this year, and I already felt like that before, and I'm sure you guys did. I know you guys did, but like with this year, we're gonna literally have to rebuild, reinvent ourselves, the industry, how it's gonna move forward. And I feel there's really a need now for filmmakers to just come together and reinvent, what's the best solutions for the audiences to enjoy their films. And festivals, I feel, get a lot of credit for that, because they've been the first hit by the pandemic, with Cannes Film Festival, South by, like really reinventing themselves to bridge the gap between the filmmakers and the distribution world, as they always do.
Yeah, and your first film, I think it's very personal, the story. it seems to be very personal. And what about the next film you would like to shoot? And maybe this will be in Greece.
Thanks so much.
What is your future plan?
I do, well, my second film, I make films about artists and change. So for the second film, I'm in development for a feature that is set in Paris in the world of music, which I'm really excited about because the golden age opens in Paris. And I love this city. It's so inspiring for me. And earlier this year, I was very thankful and just really honored. I was representing Paris for the Liberation of Paris commemoration. And it was really moving. And it was very it's very moving to commemorate such important changes made by such incredible human beings who, even for a lot of them, gave their own lives, to save the country and just the world, just to move forward. And I think it's really inspiring also this year, because we are also living something really difficult and virus which kills a lot of people, and we really need to come together and find solutions and just be positive about it, I guess, as much as we can, when we can. But the second film, I feel like, is really a tribute to Paris, and it's a tribute to music lovers. Though there was kind of a cheeky reference to music with Saint-Tropez and the Golden Age, because I managed to license amazing titles from Chuck Berry, Jimmy Reed, 60s Saint-Tropez. It was so important. Thank you. I'm really proud. I think it's really, music is so important in films, right? It's an art form which combines all art forms. So
it's a brilliant idea what you get, and the setup in Paris, it's perfect. It is perfect, I think.
Right.
And the period of it will be when it is contemporary film or.
So the Golden Age is set in the 60s. So logically, my second feature is set in the 70s. We keep going in time. It's an important era for women, as we know, they've always been struggling. And I really appreciate in your film, we see also women from now, because the fight is still carrying on, right? It's never over. We still need to protect what we have, and really the 70s and the 60s, they were in the middle of these transitions for women, especially, when the pill was commercialized. It's like, women, they were kind of told at the time, okay, now you have everything. You can work, you can vote, you have the pill. So it was a lot of pressure on them, because, they were told that they were spoiled. But at the end of the day, they were just accountable for everything. They had to be the great worker and the great mom, and they have to be sexy. It's like they had so much on their shoulder, and they were just considered as spoiled, which is, I think, looking back in time, it's easy to criticize or say what could have been better, but I think it's important to pay tribute to women, because they are definitely always really bringing change and going through these important transitions. And probably in Cyprus, and in Greece, it's like every time there's a war, usually women are also the first that are kind of suffering from it, women and children. Sometimes it's like, it's really important to pay tribute to them.
Yeah. Okay. About Cyprus, I think women has a stronger position than in Greece. This is my feeling. Yeah. But in any case, I would like to tell me more things about your festival. When did you start Paris Film Festival, and for what reason this happened?
Thanks so much for asking. So how it started is that I've been working for Cannes Series, which is the equivalent of the Cannes Film Festival for TV. It's pretty much the same team behind, the Cannes city is behind it. It's focused on TV, and it's happening at the Palais with a pink carpet and alongside MIP TV. Even in this year, it was alongside MIPCOM because of the pandemic, so it had to be set in the fall. And it's just really refreshing to be able to push a new art form like Here TV that our audiences are so excited about. And so with the Paris International Film Festival, a bit with the same inspiration, we want to highlight on change. So we program amazing voices from all over the world. Our selections, our submissions come from 5 continents, a lot of powerful messages to bring change, a lot of diversity, obviously female filmmakers, which we're really proud of, and also eco-friendly filmmaking. because the golden age was made in an eco-friendly way, and it's also a topic that I think is really important, and I love championing and talking about, because it's important to move to a greener world, know even more we know with the pandemic. And so really, we're really excited. The festival, the third edition is happening early February. We have the most fantastic partners who are so committed to bring change. Zeiss, Scriptation, We Audition, Just Add Milk, just to name a few. Amazing media partners like Film and TV Now in the UK, who are amazing championers of filmmakers, and also Dig in Mine in California, who are just incredible at championing diversity. And just like, we are really thankful also for the most fantastic jurors like Chesley Hemsfield, who's been the Louisiana IFF director for 10 years, Jeff Rivera, who's a producer and writer. Like, we just have an amazing team, and you know, a festival is as good as its filmmakers, and we are extremely excited for our programming early February. Really, it's like, I can guarantee you the filmmakers and the films, they have such powerful messages. Like, you'll feel really inspired, and we'll have panels because we think education is really important. We need to support the filmmakers or aspiring filmmakers now more than ever. You have a lot of panels too, right? Because your festival is happening right now. So how is it going? Do you have virtual cinemas? How is it going? Are you happy?
Yes, yeah. Yes, we handle the participants as the stars. So especially in this festival, the 11th edition, that it is all virtual, we have every night a panel with the film directors where their film were streamed online. So these are the panelists. The filmmakers are the panelists every day, different people, but also the rest of them can participate and exchange experience and, of course, networking. And we started yesterday with a panel from, I was very honored because we had participants from Greece, Cyprus, and Florida from the United States. And it was about the script and the play. What is the difference? And is your idea for a play or for a film? And many issues raised through the discussion, because they were talking about the normal model as this was happening up to now, where theaters where had live performances, and filmmakers were able to do the shooting without extra safety measures through COVID. And we say, what is the future now? Maybe we have to think differently, and to have in mind that the theater play will be recorded and streamed at the same time, or maybe a theater will be recorded from different places, and with technology it will be assembled or edited all together.
Yes.
So yeah, it was very interesting, the discussion yesterday. Yeah. So every day we have this. Usually in the festival, the members of the jury come, who are distinguished professionals, and they do also panels. But now they had much work to do judging the films. So I'm waiting for them at the award ceremony, that it will be on Christmas Day.
Oh, that's
8
so
o'clock,
nice.
time.
Oh, that's
yeah, it is a gift to all of us. Maybe it's one of the few or the first festivals that they will be live during Christmas.
Oh, I love it. I think this is brilliant, especially for those, who can necessarily see their family or who are a bit restricted. I think this is amazing. And where does it take place usually physically, the festival? In which city or which island?
In Yes, in Greece, our base is at Ayi Theodori. It's a resort near Corinth, 1 hour drive from Athens, and we have also screenings in Athens some years simultaneously, but it is in Corinth, our area.
Nice. That sounds so
It,
so glamorous, like to be by the sea or like enjoy the Greek weather, drink cold coffee, which I love. I used to drink.
yes, yes, and cruising the canal to go to Peloponnesus. Yeah, yeah. And also you can go for the day to Athens, to Acropolis, and come back. I wanted to ask you about the name of the festival. It's a great brand, Paris.
Thank you.
There are many Paris festivals.
Yeah,
Paris Film Festivals.
there are a few, but we are the only international one, like Paris International Film Festival. We are very proud. We are backed by the Paris city, and I love Paris so much. The Golden Age is the last drama ever filmed at Notre Dame Cathedral before it burned. And I just love this city, and it's so inspiring. And French cinema is so inspiring. Paris really needed that festival that just has this leverage of attracting amazing international filmmakers and celebrate cinema together. And, for our physical edition, we had prepared wonderful networking sessions on the rooftop with a view on the Eiffel Tower sparkling and everything. So that will happen as soon as it's safe, We're really excited. But also Filmocracy for the virtual edition are being incredible because really their platform enables our audiences to be able to attend the festival the closest way it can get from a physical one. You have virtual tables, you can join and Zoom opens and you can have a really natural chat. So I think it's really impressive also to see what technology enables to do. Though I have to say, I'll be pleased to go to Coraf when we can and enjoy the canal, and because it will feel really good. And Paris, of course, yes.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
It will feel good.
Let's wait next year to be connected physically.
Yes, I'll get my tan ready, for Coraf and meet the filmmakers and your team because I love Greece. And I agree. I think I talked about my second feature in Paris, but I also have writer, actor from Greece. She's based in London, but we're discussing to make a project happen in Greece just because the weather is fantastic and it's a country I feel really inspired by. So she's from there originally, so we're discussing something because I think it would be a shame not to take advantage of such luxurious nature. It looks incredible.
Yeah. Okay, let's think on that and work.
I would love that. A wonderful message about social justice. Also, we might have received some Greek films at Paris, but I won't say any more word. Like Greek.
You just said.
Yours included, but I won't say another word. But like
the viewers and the listeners. Yeah, thank you. It will be great. Yeah, to be there and you to come.
Yes, and likewise. Like I feel.
Okay, Jenna.
If you had just one word to conclude and tell our filmmakers who are, maybe wondering how they can take advantage of these times, what would it be?
Thank you for the question. Yeah, during the pandemic, I was thinking because the festivals, our festivals take place in November and early December. I was thinking what I'm going to do if the theaters will not working, how I'm going to screen the films. So I was thinking all these months, and I was watching the other films, festivals being cancelled or postponed or trying to do something online. And we built a distribution platform, InspireTV.com. That it launched last month, running the Cyprus International Film Festival and now the British International Film Festival. And also we offer distribution to the independent films. because also as a filmmaker, I was trying to submit my films to Amazon and big platforms, but with
Yes,
not
all
good
the above.
success. Success. So I say, okay, the 3% have agents and they're big productions. So they manage to be there. Yes, they deserve to be there. What about the 97%?
Yes.
We independent filmmakers. So this is the solution. Of course, the subject has to be uh, eligible to our content,
Of course,
but
yes.
it's okay. So, but everybody can submit for free for a distribution platform, and there is no exclusivity in the contract, and they get the 80% from the views. Because it is video on
Fantastic.
demand. So what I'm going to say to the filmmakers and other listeners and viewers, that never disappointed. When an obstacle appears, that means that it's an opportunity. So think over about that. See behind the scenes, behind the words, how I'm going uh, to make this how how I'm going to turn it positively for me and for my environment, my community, my family, my community. So yeah, because everything has two point of views. So it depends how we face and how we handle its situation. But for sure, never give up. Think, think how we're going to change and make the things better in our benefit and our environment's benefit.
That's
That's all.
inspiring, and I cannot agree more. And I think for our listeners and viewers, indeed, it's an amazing message. And it's probably the most important one from this year, seeing all the opportunities that open, because there's always a bright side to everything. And I think it's really inspiring. And also we'll make sure to include in the description of this episode the link to Inspire TV, your festivals and your film. So looking forward to what's coming up, but it looks like it's a lot of great things.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is www.inspire-tv.com. Very easy.
Yes, it's really easy to remember and it's really inspiring.